This is another discourse by Saint Germain. My dear children, and I hope you do not mind my calling you that, for you are my children and will one day know why. I would like, and indeed it is imperative, that I talk to you about what you will hear me remind you of many times, and that is the necessity of controlling your thoughts and feelings. For what Master means more than any other single thing is one that has complete dominion over those dual activities of his flame. When your thoughts and feelings are disciplined, you have the reins of your control firmly in your hands. And when undisciplined, imbalance, frustration, confusion, and every despair man's earthly life is heir to. Oh, that I could impress this into your mind so surely that you would never from this moment allow stray thoughts and feelings to carry you into a condition you later find you regret. How I would like to protect you from all negative conditions and keep you out of those fixes that you get yourself into, that you then have to call on us to get you out of, all because of a whim, a stray thought which you gave your attention to, which stayed to linger in your whirl, drawing on your energy until it became too powerful to resist and you gave in, which, if you had been more alert, could have been consumed and dismissed from your whirl before it had gained any energy. You see, I know how it works. I know all about you, blessed ones. Those of you who are so eager to open your inner vision would literally shriek at the sight of some of the thought forms. For all thoughts are forms that have been qualified in a certain way according to the feeling of the Creator, that are floating about in the atmosphere and attaching themselves to people, who, by the attention they give to these ideas, have become magnets for them. And you would certainly run the other way if you could see them, and you wonder sometimes that you do not feel well, or that you have an ache here and there, or perhaps a headache for no apparent reason. So you must dismiss these thoughts before they get a hold. Dismiss every negative thought and feeling. And you do not, I believe, need me to tell you what negative is. Dismiss any less than perfect thought or feeling that you notice beginning to drive in on you and say, you have no power. By the pristine, pure power of the light that I am invincible, protected against all human creation. And that is all that those unpleasant things are that seem to close in on you from nowhere. Humanly created forms, given independent life, by the sustaining power of feeling, charged into them by their Creator. You must guard your worlds against these strays, dear one. And strays they are, with more power to harm you than a stray dog, for while the stray dog may only harm your physical dwelling, stray thoughts and feelings harm that sensitive, magnetic, electronic body of yours, which is your spiritual dwelling, in which you have been striving for so long and endured so much to purify. It is a crime, dear ones, to allow any strays into your world, no matter who or what their source may be. And many times it will be a dear friend or member of your own family. But as you are responsible, you alone, for what you allow into your world, dismiss the force acting immediately. And with this respect, I suggest that you show no mercy. In dealing with these people through whom a force is working, however, you must always remain kind, and of course natural. Never do you have the right to discipline another who has free will and is responsible for himself. Your inner work concerns you alone. And of course you must not be the one to inflict anything on anyone else because of your lack of self-discipline in this area. So, dear ones, there is nothing for it but to be master of your own world. Each is a gardener, each responsible for what is growing in the fertile soil of his own world. If you feel upset or ill, it is because you have allowed something to grow there, or indeed it is something that you have caused to grow there yourself. Then you must say to your God self, Dear God, please show me what is causing this condition, and root it out of my world. Take my attention off of it forever. I know that it has no power other than what I have given it and allowed it to take, And now, by the power of God that I am, I dissolve and consume it forever. I call on the fire of forgiveness. See to it, please, that this never happens again. I thank you. Then see to it that you do not let it happen again. You and you alone can master your attention. We cannot do it for you, as much as we would like to spare you the hardship. For how would you learn? How would you become wise? How would you become a master without that experience? We do not mean to frighten you, but know that there is nothing of which you need to be afraid. However, we do warn, guide, and direct you, for we have already been through this human vale of tears, raised ourselves above it, and become forever masters over it. And so we can now share the knowledge gained from our experience with you, that you may learn by it, know the truth, and be free. And the fastest way to that freedom is to control your thoughts and feelings. Why? Because thought and feeling are the dual activity of your own God flame, which is within you, and which is the only source and sustaining power of your being and world. And these two activities of the flame are the sole determining intelligence of what will be in your world. As the two activities of fire are light and heat, so are the two activities of the fire within you, thought and feeling. And you are the keeper of that fire, God's sacred flame. And mastery of that fire is your power to create, your power to rise above the world of cause and effect. For not only were you created in the image of God, you are the image of God. All that God has, you have too, in seed form. For are you not a child of God? Nourish, meditate upon that seed, and it will fill you with light. Tend and protect it through right living in accord with law of its nature, and it will grow, and you will be raised in consciousness unto consciousness of the one that it is. I am. And as a gardener, toward that end you must work, and toward that end all self-discipline is worth the effort. So please, dear ones, for your own sakes and for the sakes of others, make an effort to be a master of your attention. Control your thoughts and feelings at all times, for only in that mastery is your eternal freedom. I thank you.